What up, though? This your boy DOC, and I got Kafani on the line representing the Bay. One thing I never got to ask you the last time we did an interview, I wanted to ask you, where exactly are you from in the Bay?
I'm from I'm from Oakland, born and raised in Oakland. Um, I was raised in Funktown. Um, Funktown is like basically from like the lake all the way to all the way to about East 14th. I mean, not East 14th, but 14th Ave, like where San Antonio Park is basically like where San Antonio Park ends. It goes from San Antonio Park all the way to the lake, basically from First Ave all the way up to First Ave to like 13th Ave, 14th Ave is Main Street. So basically up to 13th Ave, and it goes all the way up from like it goes up from like Foothill all the way up to like East 27. You know what I'm saying? So I was pretty much raised on Fifth Ave and East 17th.
Oh, okay.
524 East 17th to be exact. You know what I'm saying? I went to Westlake Junior High, graduated from Oakland High, class of 98. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But besides that, you know what I'm saying? Once I got grown, I was going to college, and we used to, we just used to be on some dumb shit, and you know what I'm saying? I had got accepted to go to college and everything, and I was going to San Francisco State, but in the process of that, I had lost my job. I was working at Lucky's as a bagger. I lost my job, so me and my boy started robbing people. Like we used to be like going to Chinatown and just wait. We started hitting people. We started hitting people at the ATM machine. We'd sit at the ATM machine, and then we'll follow them to their house and get out, and then we'll bounce out. Sometimes we had a real gun. Sometimes we had a BB gun, and we'd hop out and get on them. Then I graduated to from that. I graduated to waiting on the business owners who worked their restaurants that ultimately let me getting caught and getting incarcerated. I ended up in the first time basically sending me to the penitentiary. I used to basically how I learned the white collar gang was I used to call I used to basically if I robbed somebody, I call them. I didn't care about the little money I got because I made way more money. I would basically I basically say all this because the time of statute of limitation ended. So
It's up.
pretty
Yeah.
much pretty much, you know what I'm saying? After we pull a robbery, the next day I call the people as a detective. So I already got their ID, I already got their credit cards, but sometimes I wouldn't have their social or mother's maiden name and certain stuff like that. And
Mm.
I get that. I get that. You feel me? And then after I start the white collar thing, I go and get order credit cards. But I was this young and dumb, and
Yeah.
I sent credit cards to like across the street from my house, or even in my apartment. I find a vacant apartment number. I go in there and break into the mailbox, and my dumb ass would send the cards to my real name.
Mm.
And then I used to be shopping. Like everybody knew me. All my partners back in the day, all my partners that knew me knew I always had credit cards and ATM cards and was always just pulling out bread. Like
Yeah.
this started at like 17. You know what
Damn.
I'm
So,
saying?
and this.
And then it finally caught up to me because we have basically we had did a robbery. We had basically did followed them all the way to San Ramon from Oakland. So we happened to be in another county, Contra Costa County, and I drove, and I drove and followed them, and we ended up going to San Ramon, and then we went to their house or whatever, and what I mean, I had the thing on them, and my boy stripped them. We didn't go inside the house, but we stripped them, got all their shit. We hit for like 4 bands because they worked in the store, so I guess that was their earnings for the day. and then we bounced out. But mind you, me not knowing, I'm driving through these gated communities that got cameras. You know what I'm saying? Then we going to get gas, and then that night, I'll never forget it, because we went to Vallejo to go fuck with some bitches, and we was at that house. Instead of me calling on my cell phone, my burnout cell phone, I called from the bitch house and tried to call the people that night about the detective, and then they gave the phone like, "Oh, it's a police officer here right now." So we hung up the phone.
They trace all that back.
And so they ended up, basically, I told my boy, right, I was fucking with the bitch, so I tell my boy, man, throw the shit away, throw it out. So I helped him get all, because, you know, it was hella receipts and shit. So I helped him get the little receipt. I helped him throw all the receipts and all the extra shit in a garbage bag, in like a garbage bag or whatever. And then I told him to toss it in the garbage can, like at like a, you know, like the convenience store or something. This dumbass nigga, he just go drive down a few blocks down and just throw the shit on the side. So what ended up happening was they raided the females' houses, which we didn't know because the females didn't tell us. And then secondly, they found the bag. Somebody ended up finding the bag in Vallejo and turned it in, and of course, it had our fingerprints on it. So I was working at this credit place called Providian. You know what I'm saying? It's back in the day.
You was able to get that credit job after. So you got that credit job after you had already got locked up for the first shit.
No, I was already working there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I was just doing hella robberies, and I ended up getting another job at Providian. Happened to be at Providian Credit Card Company. And I mean, I wasn't doing nothing when I was there, like taking no information or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But I was happy to work there. And then the main boss came up to me, and she basically we had went outside, right, on our break. We went on our break, and a lady came up to me and she was like, Mark, hey, it looked like the FBI kicked in your mama's door. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah. I'm like, what? And so I went down I was with my boy, and I went down and took one of the credit cards I had. I went down to the bar station and tried to buy a BART card, and it worked or whatever. But so I told my boy, like, man, I don't know what's going on, bro. I was like, man, I think they found out about that robbery we did. I kind of had an idea. I think they found out about that robbery. So then I fucked around and went, my dumb ass, instead of just leaving and go to my pop's house, I went back up to work. And then literally 30 minutes later, 30 minutes later, the main boss said, I need to talk to you outside.
And they was up there to swoop you.
And so soon as she walked me to the outside door, I see a gang of white motherfuckers and this lady read my rights. So I'm out, Mark Hicks, you are under arrest for whoopty whoop. So they took us down to the police station. I'm in the back of the car. I'm in the back of the dude who transported me. I'm in the back of the car. And he telling me, yeah, I was the guy that you called and spoke to that night. You was trying to play like you was a lieutenant. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
So they take us to jail. My boy was a minor, so he was a minor. I was like 18, about to turn 19 or something. I did a county year, which was Contra Costa and going to school and shit. I did 7 months, 20 days. But they gave me a strike, and I left out, and I really didn't know what a strike was, nor did I really know what probation was. You know what I'm saying? So later down the road, like a year later, I violated my probation and ended up going to, prison for 3 years. So
right.
It ain't about hanging on no spot. Because the crazy thing was, when Mess shot the video in Funktown, we did it at on my block, 6th Ave. We did that at night, and then I started getting some young cats it's all on my page. Why you didn't do it why you didn't do the video in the daytime, and why you didn't tap in with none of the youngsters from Funktown? I'm like, man, I only know one nigga from Funktown. You feel me? My nigga Lil D. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'm like, my nigga D. when nigga was talking shit, so I hit my nigga D like, man, who is that? Because he younger, so and he knew me, like, you know what I'm saying, he was a real youngster. And he seen me out there when I was doing, you know, when I first left, had two brand new Mustangs, Escalade, and 2 bikes. I used to be over there showing out. All these young dudes was damn near in, you know what I mean, probably in preschool some goddamn where. You know what I'm saying? Others don't know I'm 39 years old. So
Right.
I'm not gonna know no young dudes. So you know what I'm saying? So yesterday or the day before, I'm like, I'm about to go to Funktown. So I get on my Instagram live going through Funktown, not looking for no beef or nothing. I'm just like, man, I'm in Funktown. I'm just driving through, showing everybody all the spots and everything. And of course, I come in the daytime and I hit every spot. Of course, it's a ghost town because no one's outside anymore. So who you gonna tap in with and holler at, like, to come be in my video? Like, I'm supposed to make a some type of casting call, like bring all the niggas from Funktown to a video.
Right, yeah.
When I only fuck with certain motherfuckers, and the motherfuckers that I fuck with don't even live over there no more, don't be over there no more, because we grown.
Like, kind of going back a little bit, when you mentioned doing the video shoot with Mess, you know, how did that whole situation even come together with you and Mess connecting after the other song with the SOB cats, and how did y'all connect and put this one together?
Well, basically, I'm saying, Mess always stay in contact with my little brother. They got a Smurf Hicks. Smurf Hicks, he from Richmond and shit. And he was telling me, boy, Mess in Tent City, boy. I'm like, what? And then I started seeing all these videos and shit. So I'm like, man, go get the niggas, bro, and go over there and see what's up with this nigga, bro. They talking about a nigga whooped him and all this. I'm like, man, go up over there and see what's up with that nigga, bro. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I go over there and we talking on FaceTime or whatever. And so I screen recorded the conversation, but I put it out, but I muted it. And I was like, man, it's sad. Mess using drugs, smoking coke and homeless and shit, right?
Yeah.
And so would it end up turning to be some motherfuckers talking about, man, you put Mess on blast and whoopty whoop. I'm like, nah, bro. I'm trying to bring this dude up and get him out of, you know what I'm saying, and get build up to the people like this shit serious. All you niggas out here making fun of this dude and doing all of this shit ain't cool, bro. This is a bury a legend, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't supposed to do that. Niggas supposed to come back and try to help and do what they do. You know what I'm saying? So all this other shit's some bullshit, you feel me? And so when I put that video up, it kind of went viral. And but guess what? Next thing I know, shit switched. I started seeing all rappers. I saw different rappers start posting up, or I hollered at a few rappers about what happened because they called me. And then you see motherfuckers posting up Mess, like, man, we need to help Mess up and get up and do this and that. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
And that started based on me putting it out there, as far as me having the platform in the Bay to where people pay attention. You know what I'm saying? At first, a few people was like, man, you wrong for, you know what I'm saying, putting a video like you secretly recording him and this and that and that. You know what I'm saying? Mess knew what you know what I'm saying? Mess knew what was going on. He wasn't mad about the shit.
Right.
You know, you see we cool. But it brought awareness to what was really going on by me just speaking on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And niggas got him washed up, cleaned up and all the shit. And then from there, I'm like, we talking. I'm like, shit, bro, let's just do a little EP or something, bro. So, you know what I'm saying, get some bread, you know, put some bread in your pocket. And then I'm like, bro, I'll shoot you a few dollars just to get you going or whatever here, bro. It wasn't even about the music, bro. It's about you, my nigga. So, nigga, I'm gonna throw you something. You feel me?
Word, yeah.
Like that's real nigga shit. These other niggas out here talking shit, whoopty whoop, and motherfuckers, but they ain't lending no hand, they ain't helping. You feel me? And then now, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers seeing that nigga Mess starting to look good and come back. Motherfuckers jumping on the bandwagon.
Right.
But so right now, you know what I'm saying, we about to do we done did like 3 songs already. We finna do probably about 3 more. Like we gonna do like just drop it like a 6-song EP. I don't know. I might fuck around and try to get a couple more tracks and do a whole album on it. We don't got no name on it. But the first song we did was Niggas Come Bring It. And and so, you know what I'm saying, I just chose to go to where I was from to shoot it.
Right.
All I was. I just went on a block where I grew up at and shot the video. It wasn't like that. And then, you know, Messinger's verse, you know what I'm saying, shouting out Funktown, because I shot it out Funktown. I always shot Funktown out, you feel me?
Yeah.
I just don't, you know what I'm saying, nigga, I don't function over there, because, you know what I mean, nigga like me, man, I'm sitting back, fat house, out the way. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I was wondering, you know what I mean, I definitely had to ask you that. I was wondering how y'all connected, and it's good that you you know, end up being the first of one, you know, whatever, one of the first or the first two, just change that narrative instead of jumping on it, you know what I mean, in another light to keep pushing that negative. Because I started seeing it like a motherfucker. But if anybody pay attention to the channel, like I didn't post none of that stuff, you know what I mean, about him being in Tent City and all that other stuff, you know what I mean? Because like for people that's been rocking with my channel for a minute, they know that was the very first interview that I ever had was with Messy, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, of course I'm not out there into all the politics and all that, but I'm glad that somebody did reach out and try to get them back in motion, you know what I'm saying? How do you feel like all, you know, those trials and tribulations, how do you feel like it has either affected you or molded you to the person that you are today?
Man, that shit right there, everything on my situation, just everything, it humbled me, and it humbled me to better, you know what I'm saying, respect life more. And you know, at the end of the day, man, music my life, so music keep me motivated. And I'm a very nonchalant person, so people can't really read me. But at the end of the day, bro, I really don't be tripping, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause motherfuckers right now, like, on some real shit, we can speak on it and talk about the shit. Like, motherfuckers still like throwing shots at a nigga, bro. Like, motherfuckers throwing subliminals. I'm catching these songs. You know what I'm saying? I'm catching these songs with with Mozzy and Philthy Rich, and motherfuckers like throwing shots. You feel me? Like Mozzy put up. I did the diss Filthy Bitch. He put up the Filthy Bitch cover. Mind you, I never met Mozzy a day of my life.
Mm-hmm.
He put that cover up, and then Filthy put up the Ice King. I guess the diss that he did with me and Mess or whatever. I'm getting told all this shit. You feel me? But you know, and then it just be, I don't know, bro. It's like it should just be real political with this shit. Like, I'm gonna be the first to put it out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got niggas from seminary, so I ain't never had no beef with seminary, and I don't got no beef with Filthy at all. And at the end of the day, everything between me and him is personal. You feel me? So,
right.
You know, at the end of the day, to me, at the end of the it made for him to do that. You know what I'm saying? That was a bitch move. You feel me? Like, on some real talk, like that was a straight bitch move. But at the same time, it's rap. It's competition. So, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that shit don't gotta go to violence or nothing like that. My situation's totally different and it didn't have nothing to do with Filthy. You know what I'm saying? My situation was totally different. You know what I'm saying? On that situation. So at the end of the day, I don't got no problem with, you know what I mean? Like, my family, like, it's my niggas from East 17th. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, the crazy part is right where Filthy from back in '99, before he was over there, even thought about. Nigga, my family members was part of the Mad Circle to start it out. My you know what I'm saying, the little club across the street, the VI, and my auntie was the resident DJ in that motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? So, you know what I'm saying? So that shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? How shit be about hoods, because it's like, it's crazy because that hood right there, they built the motherfucking Walgreens or put a Walgreens in front of that motherfucker. So motherfuckers have to change their location, their spot. So at the end of the day, man, we don't own this shit. The country own this shit. Like, that whole situation like that. Like, why would you You know what I'm saying? Why would a nigga say on a thing, don't come through the hood. You seen what happened to the last bitch ass nigga. So like when a nigga say that, I'm like, what? You feel me? So I instantly hit this nigga on the DM. You feel me? And he responded back on a screenshot of me posting Mozzy on a screenshot. I'm like, bruh, so you go diss me? You go diss me, nigga? Sneak diss me because I put a picture on my page of Mozzy saying Mozzy got bars on a song that he did, on a diss song he did. I didn't say nothing about dude. It wasn't nothing like that. I just said Mozzy had bars. I feel like that's some hoe ass shit for a motherfucker that's, you know what I'm saying, to say some shit on that caliber when, you know what I'm saying, when we had a discussion, we already had talked, and motherfucker had a discussion like, bro, I ain't never spoke on your name and wooty whoop. So I'm like, okay, nobody ain't spoken on nobody's name, everything good. But then I see an interview and he bring, you know what I'm saying, bring up the shit with Raven Justice and my name and all the shit. I'm like, damn, we just talked and we said we ain't gonna bring you ain't never bring my name up, and now you bringing my name up. So of course when I had to go do the interview with the same motherfuckers, they, you know, mentioning they asking about the situation and I explained the situation. But you know, at the end of the day, bro, my situation, bro, I'm dealing with it. I love life. I ain't gonna let no bitch ass niggas take me down. You feel me? It ain't doing, you know what I'm saying? It ain't doing nothing like that. You know what I'm talking about? So it's all good. You feel me? But like as you see, I ain't putting no diss song out. I don't fuck about that shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
But you know, at the end of the day, if a motherfucker keep addressing the situation, I definitely got some bars for that ass. Cause I know all the real shit. I still got shit that I ain't never exposed, but you know what I'm saying? We gonna talk baseball on that. So we can get off that situation. But overall, bro, I'm doing good, bro. Everything good with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't got no beef with nobody. I don't got no problems with nobody.